walang distinction. Basta bago kang for deployment, hindi ka pwede po. Covered ka ng total ban po.
At meron ho ba tayong binibigay na assistance para ho dun sa kanila? Kasi alam niyo ho, itong mga to, kumbaga, na yung susweldohin nila sa Kuwait, naka-set aside na yan, pangbayad sa ano nila, sa hulog nila sa bahay, pang tuition fee ng anak. So for the meantime, na wala ho silang trabaho, ano hong tulong ang binibigay ng ating pamahalaan?
I understand your concern, Your Honor. That is why, in my meeting with about 300 of them yesterday afternoon, I told them na the reason why we imposed the total ban, deployment ban, is because we want that if we send anybody, any Filipino to Kuwait to work, we must be guaranteed that he or she is properly and secured and safe. Ngayon, sabi ko sa kanila, bigyan nyo lang kami ng panahon because on February 28, the team of Undersecretary Arellano will go to Kuwait to discuss with their counterpart technical working group and finalize yung memorandum of agreement between our country and Kuwait. And sabi ko sa kanila na the moment we will sign this memorandum of agreement, this in a way can give us some assurance na yung ating madideploy na kababayan natin ay mabigyan ng sapat na protection. And this will probably give the President the reason to recall the total ban. So, naintindihan naman po nila, Your Honor.
But for the meantime, meron ho ba kayong binibigay na financial assistance or tinutulungan niyo ho ba silang makahanap ng trabaho dito?
Ang gusto kasi na talaga bumalik sa po doon, Your Honor. Pero yung assistance meron po because these are OFWs. So we give them financial assistance that is handled by OWA, Your Honor.
And are you also studying the option na baka pwede for the meantime yung ang ban lang dun sa HSW, tapos baka pwedeng payagan na natin yung mga skilled workers na
In fact, Your Honor, I open to them yung mga positions that were offered by the former Senator Manny Villar, Your Honor, because he's looking for 18,000 workers. And we told them...
Can I answer?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Because they said that they are pending construction workers in Saudi Arabia. That's why the government will send a delegation there to recruit them back to the Philippines. And if we're talking of construction worker, then there is a place in the Philippines because we have this build program and we're getting short of construction worker because of this. Even the private sector is having a hard time recruiting construction workers. So we are very interested with regards to construction workers. So I don't know if the profile of those in Kuwait are construction worker, but definitely we're talking of those who are stranded in Saudi Arabia. And they said we will send a delegation to recruit them back to the Philippines because they do not want to go back to the Philippines because they think they will not find jobs in the Philippines. So we have to assure them that they can find jobs in the Philippines in construction. Okay, that's the...
Tama po yan, ma'am. Yung kasing kausap ko kahapon, ma'am, ay yung, Your Honor, ay yung mga skilled workers. Maraming mga karpentero, engineers. That is why I told them na former Senator Villar is looking for 18,000 construction workers. Sabi ko, baka pwede niyong kunin as an alternative job placement.
So if you will bring us there to recruit, we will send people to recruit. In fact, we're building TESDA schools now. We don't teach. We ask those schools accredited with TESDA to teach.
Consultant ako.
Yeah. But we construct the building where they will study, but we are not operating them. We will ask the TESDA accredited school to operate them so that we will have a supply of construction workers. We really have difficulty finding construction workers nowadays, the skilled ones. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
an assurance.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to confirm the statement of the Honorable Senator kasi I think mid-March, Your Honor, we are sending a team headed by Chairman Administrator Kakdak and Director Tutay of our Bureau of Labor Employment. And their trip will be to Qatar and Saudi Arabia for the purpose of conducting a job fair, Your Honors. And that's the reason why we got the profile of all the job position that is needed by the company of the late, former Senator Manny.
Siguro, Secretary, mga more or less, ilan ho ba yung affected ng total ban sa Kuwait?
So far po ang dumarating po sa amin mga a little over 500, Your Honor.
5 hours. Siguro, pakiusap ko na lang ho, baka pwede magtulungan ng DOLE, DSWD, OWA, POA, baka pwede naman ho natin bigyan sila ng financial assistance or baka for the meantime, pwede nyo bigyan ng livelihood program.
Meron po, ma'am. Kasi mga OFW to, ma'am. So, they're entitled to assistance sa OWA po, ma'am.
Sige pa, moving to another topic ho. POEA, may data ho ba kayo kung ilan yung mga missing OFWs natin? Do we have a database? For example, Kuwait, ilan yung missing dyan? UAE, meron ho bang...
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Meron po tayong data po dyan.
Can you please submit to the committee? I guess, yung OWA, meron din ho ba?
Meron din.
Mga missing OFW.
Yes, meron po. And ma'am, can I also clarify yung sa deaths? We have recorded for the last 3 years 196 deaths in Kuwait.
Nadagdagan pa.
2016 to 2018. Can I clarify the breakdown? Can I specify?
Please,
79% were medical cases. 7% were accidents.
Siguro, when you say medical, ano ba yun? Nagkasakit?
Nagkasakit, natural causes. Yes, yes.
Hindi naman ho pinainom ng lason yan, sir.
Hindi po, kasi merong category ng alleged suicide or crime, which is 11% or 22. And then undetermined or specified would be 5, that's 3%. So 79,
Sorry, yung suicide is 11%.
11%, 22 cases.
Wow.
Yes, yes. And we note that the numbers increased last year. So in fact, that's the one of the main reasons why there was a suspension.
Yeah, I asked that question because I would also ask later si Secretary Leco tungkol dun sa mga welfare attaches. And I heard na yung nasa Kuwait mag-expire na this month. So I hope may ano yun po tayo. Sorry.
Siguro, last question na Mr. Chair para to give the other senators a chance. Balikan lang ho natin yung case ni Joanna. Di ba ho sa Kuwait, kailangan sponsored kayo ng Kuwaiti employer? Tama po ba? But si Joanna ho, yung employer niya, Lebanese tsaka Syrian. So, do we assume that hindi niya original employer itong Lebanese tsaka Syrian?
2014 po ng May nang ma-deploy yung ating kababayan sa Kuwait. At ang usual tenure po or term ng employment contract is 2 years. So kung May 2014, May 2016, dapat yung termination po ng kanyang employment contract. Hindi na po siya makausap noon.
Pero kasi di ba, hindi, going back to, because I assume na by this time, dapat may case file na kayo kay Joanna.
Meron po.
So, dapat na-trace nyo na kung sino yung Kuwaiti na nag-sponsor sa kanya para makapunta ng
Yes, ma'am.
Kuwait.
Meron
And
po tayo.
can you please tell to the committee yung pangalan ng original employer? Siguro baka si Miss Araneta alam.
Good afternoon po, Your Honors. Ang Kuwait po is allowed to hire ng ibang lahi as long as qualified po sila dun sa merong minimum wages of 500 dinars yung magka-partner. So it's about minimum of 1,000 dinars. Siya po yung original na employer. Nagkataon po, nag-renew po siya ng kanyang kontrata. I mean, nag-extend po siya. So, allowed po sa Kuwait po not necessarily pag kumuha ng domestic worker na nasa Kuwait ka, ay kailangan Kuwaiti ka. Basta inallowed po. Kasi the original employer is a businessman. Nagkataon lang na na-bankrupt.
But the
Kaya-
original employer ho was a Kuwaiti national.
Hindi po. Lebanese po siya kasi allowed naman po sa Kuwait as long as nami-meet po nila yung requirements na binigay ng Kuwaiti government para makakuha sila ng sarili nilang katulong. It so happen na qualify po siya kasi nung earlier po na kinuha siya ay qualified naman po siya. He businessman po siya. Nagkataon lang lately na bankrupt lang po siya. Can I make additional ang kefala law po, as far as we know, ay isa pong batas ng sponsorship. Pero ito po ay covered ng batas nila. Okay? Hindi po not necessarily para silang itatratong mga slaves. Hindi po. At isa po ang Kuwait itong way back 2015, naging compliant na po siya kasi may pinasa po kasi silang batas na nagpuprotekta sa mga domestic workers natin. Kasi before, partial compliant lang tayo. So, ang ginawa po, ng pinag-usapan namin
I think until now, partial compliant, as mentioned a while ago.
meron po kasing bagong batas. It was approved ng parliament nila noong 2015, protecting the domestic workers po.
Sige po, yun po ba, for example, yung sinasabi po niyan sa DFA, yung kanina, because of that, malilift na from being partially compliant to becoming full compliant?
Fine, sir.
It remains.
From our side.
So, okay, we'll believe the DFA side no, on this matter. Si Sec Mamao, merong gustong sabihin, sir, on that note?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'm very glad that I'm given this opportunity to say something. First of all, I would like to convey my, conformity with the resolutions filed by the honorable senators. One thing that I would like to emphasize is the existing system that is now prevailing in the Arab countries. One thing that you had mentioned is about the kipala system. We may have all the best laws in this country to protect the interests of our domestic workers working in different countries in the world. But if we have still this kipala system in the different parts of the Middle East, we will not have that kind of protection for our workers. First thing, in this kipala system, the employer, the worker is tied with the employer. He has control of everything. When the worker, domestic helper, only for domestic helper. It does not apply to professional worker, only on domestic helper. Now, in this kipala system, the employer controls everything. When the worker arrives, he has the passport, he has if he got the ikama, what we call ikama, the worker's permit, the worker will have to be, under the beholden to this employer. He has control of everything. He locked the house, he locked the room, everything. For domestic helpers, they cannot go out of the building. They cannot go out of the house. Everything is locked when the employer is out. That is the situation. Now, I do agree, I think we should support the ban signed by the president. Because this might be a big leverage for signing a bilateral agreement. In Saudi Arabia, they promised to abolish the kipala system by agreeing in a bilateral agreement with an annex that they promised to the Philippine government. But the annex was not preferred. The purpose of the annex is to do away with the kipala system. The only country, I think, in the Middle East where there is what we call a non-applicability of this kipala system because they had thrown out the kipala system is in Bahrain. In Bahrain, if you are an employee in Bahrain, even as a domestic helper, you can leave your employer. You can transfer to another employment. But not in the other Middle East countries. So, in my case, I think, in my view, this is a very timely meeting because then many issues could be discussed that will be framed, that will be, in the future, be the subject of a law that will be passed by Congress to protect the interests of our domestic workers especially. It is very, very unfortunate and very sad that this happened. The case of Dimopilis. The people are now saying that we really have to open up this thing. There must be a reason why it has happened. In order to protect the interest and the welfare of the other domestic, other Filipino domestic workers in the whole world. The one thing also, because in the Middle East, in different countries, there is that non-applicability of the labor laws. The labor laws of Saudi Arabia, the labor laws of Kuwait, do not apply to domestic helpers. So, when these labor laws are not applicable, you are not protected by the international standard of labor. And that is the bottom line. There is no applicability of the labor laws in this country to our domestic helpers. Now, if we are going to continue in the future the deployment of domestic helpers, we should insist that this Kepala system should be out. Because no matter how we protect our domestic helpers in this Kepala system, will still be applicable in Kuwait. We will still, our domestic helper will still be locked in the room. They cannot go out. They cannot make any contact to the outside world. They cannot send letters. They cannot call. That can be done by the employer. And this happened to the case of Dimopilis. Dimopilis was hired in 2014. Now, for more than a year, as pointed out by the Secretary, Dimopilis was already dead, and this goddamn stupid employer ran away from Kuwait. He's a Lebanese, he's a Syrian, so maybe this is again another opening that we should never allow any non-citizen of that country to employ any domestic helper. Because then they are capable of going out. They will just go out of the border of Kuwait, go to Lebanon, go to Syria, and nobody can find them. So I think this is an opening for the House of the Senate to frame up legislation that will help this administration in protecting the interests and the welfare of the domestic workers all over the world.
Thank you very much, Secretary Mamao. At this juncture,
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
siguro lang for submission, kasi nabanggit kanina yung partial compliance. Yusek Abela, can you submit lang to the committee kung ano pa yung mga countries na nagpapadala tayo ng mga kababayan natin, pero partial lang pala yung compliance nila?
We will do that. We'll do so.
pero meron po, sir, na partial lang pero nagpapadala pa rin. Anyway, sige
No
po.
personal knowledge at this stage.
Apa, we'll wait for the documents, sir. Thank you. We give the floor to Senator Pacquiao.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary on Labor, I was there when the President announced sa pagtotal ban sa recruitment sa Kuwait. Nagigigil ako eh. Maisip ko lang yung mga ginawa nung ano ba yung agreement na dapat pirmahan ng Kuwait doon sa yung memorandum of agreement na hindi pinirmahan. Pwede ba kaming mabigyan ng kopya nun?
Meron pong draft dito, Your Honor. Yung draft MOU. Matagal nang binigay natin sa Kuwait yan. More than 2 years na po, Your Honor. Hindi pinipirmahan. Ngayon na yung I saw your reaction, Your Honor, when the President showed you the pictures of our OFWs, yung isa nakaplansya, saka yung picture ni and I saw you react, Your Honor. And I can feel kasi manuan ninyo, Your Honor. So anyway, we have a copy of the draft MOU, which they refused to sign until now. But with the declaration of a total deployment ban, Your Honor, suddenly the ambassador came to me twice and asked me to form a technical working group for the purpose of discussing and finally, hopefully, come up with the final
What is
MOU.
inside in the agreement that they don't want to sign? Bakit hindi nila pirmahan o ayaw nilang pumirma dyan sa agreement na yan?
Mukhang ayaw nila yung gaya ng binanggit ni Secretary Mamao na ayaw nila yung, for example, na yung provision dyan na yung passport nila hindi na pwedeng hawakan. Yung kanilang working hours, unlimited. Ano, yung ayaw nila yon, Your Honor. Kaya yung cellphone lang po under that MOU, they are supposed to allow our OFWs to hold their cellphone pero ayaw nila
Mr. Secretary, I think
Opo.
hanggat hindi nila pinipirmahan yung memorandum na yan, huwag natin yung ilip yung total ban sa mga household natin na ipinapadala doon sa Kuwait. Dahil yan ang problema natin yung batas nila. Hanggat hindi nila pinipirmahan yung memorandum natin, pero tanong ko lang, yun bang mga magagandang trabaho ay obligado silang umuwi o hindi? Para kasi nagkagulo
Hindi
yung
po,
mga kababayan
hindi po.
natin
Hindi po.
Nagtatanong sila, may mga kakilala kami doon, nagtatanong sila na, obligado ba kaming umuwi na maganda man yung ano namin dito, trabaho namin? Sabi ko, nasa inyo yan kung gusto nyong umuwi, kung minamaltrato kayo ng mga amo ninyo, pwede kayong umuwi. Pero kung maganda naman yung trabaho ninyo, maganda yung samahan ng amo ninyo, huwag kayong umuwi, pagpatuloy nyo yung ginagawa ninyo.
Tama po, Your Honor, yung advice ninyo because under that order which I issued in connection with a total deployment ban, hindi po sa pilitan na uuwi sila kung ayaw nila. Yung pong inutos, you were there, Your Honor, when the President said, I give you 72 hours to bring home our OFWs. He was referring to those who want to come home.
Yes,
Because-
at nangyari naman yun at nakabalik yung ibang mga kababayan natin na naghihirap doon. At salamat naman sa mabilisang aksyon ninyo at sa ating mga ahensya ng gobyerno. Anyway, yun bang employer ni Joanna Di Mafiles, paano natin hanapin, paano natin panagutin yun?
Your Honor, the police authorities of Kuwait, through their embassy, assured us that they will utilize the services and cooperation of Interpol in order to search and hopefully capture the couple. Dahil alam naman daw nila yung apartment nung Lebanese doon sa Lebanon. So they assured us that in 2 weeks' time, although medyo duda ako doon sa assurance nila, Your Honor.
Yan ang tamang gawin nila, Mr. Secretary, because kung hindi nila gagawin yan, na ipakita nila yung justice na para sa kay Di Mafiles, hindi magkakaroon ang hindi magandang relasyon natin sa Kuwait. Para bang isipin nating mga Pilipino, ako na magsasabi na isipin namin as a Pilipino, isipin namin na masasama ang mga Kuwaiti. Kumbaga, ang gobyerno nila dahil hindi nila inaksyonan at ipakita nila yan para gumanda yung relasyon natin ulit sa kanila. Dahil para sa akin, ang sama ng loob ko Ang sama ng loob ko, bakit? Galing kasi ako sa hirap, Mr. Secretary, at yung mga paghihirap ng mga mahirap na tao, nararamdaman ko yun. Dahil pati ari-arian nila, sinangla nila para lang maka-abroad. Tapos, ang nangyari sa kanila, siyempre, proud yung mga magulang dahil naka-abroad yung anak nila, mababayaran yung mga utang, yung mga sinanlang mga ari-arian, tapos, ang sinapit ng anak nila, nawala yung pag-asa nila sa buhay. Kaya, hindi ko mapigilan yung sarili ko dahil doon ako galing eh. Si Manny Pacquiao naranasan matulog sa kalsada. Kaya alam ko yung mga naramdaman nila eh. Kaya hindi na lang basta-basta yung makakalusot sa akin yung mga ganyang mga pagtrato sa ating mga kababayan. Pero I'm hoping na kayo, tiwala naman ako sa inyo, lahat ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno na may koneksyon at makakatulong para mas protektahan ang ating mga OFW. Naniniwala ako sa kakayahan ninyo na maprotektahan pa natin lalo, especially itong naipasa kong bill dito sa Senado na handbook. Malaking tulong yun para sa ating mga OFW para dala-dala nila yun. Saan man sila magpunta, alam nila kung anong gagawin nila at sinong kukontakin nila. But anyway, pasensya na kayo, naging emotional lang ako dahil pag pinag-uusapan kasi yung mga mahirap na naapi, makakarelate ako dahil kahit ano man tagumpay na narating ko sa buhay ko, hindi ko nakakalimutan yung pagiging mahirap, yung buhay na maging mahirap, puso na maging mahirap. Kaya ako talaga, I agree with the President na hindi natin ililip yung total ban sa pagpadala natin ng mga trabahante sa Kuwait because hanggat hindi nila pinirmahan yung memorandum of agreement natin para pagbigay ng protection sa ating mga kababayan, malaking tulong, malaking bagay ang naiambag ng ating mga OFW sa ating bansa. Kaya dapat lang sa abot ng ating mga kaya, kahit buhay natin, itaya natin para sa kanila din in return of their sacrifices in other countries. So yun po siguro ang gawin natin at marami pa sana akong katanungan pero sa sunod na hearing na lang dahil late yung pag-start natin ng schedule ng hearing at marami pang gustong magtanong. May dalawa pa kaming kasamang gusto magtanong. So yun lang muna gusto kong alamin. Sa sunod gusto kong alamin kung ano ng development ng case ni Joanna Di Mapiles. Anyway, Mr. Secretary, kung yung problema ng magulang niya, ni Di Mapiles, na nasanla yung lupa, pakisabi po, ako na mag-ano doon sa sanla ng lupa niya. Thank you po.
Salamat po, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Meron po kaming dalawang may gininto ang puso na kung walang trabaho o naloko dun sa ibang bansa, pwedeng lapitan yung Sipag at Tiyaga Foundation. At kung ano man yung iba naman, nandito si Senator Manny Villar. Senator Grace, ikaw, nagtataas yata ng kamay si Senator Grace. Okay po. Pero gusto ko lang pong linawin yung sinabi ni Senator Manny, no? Hindi naman tayo, ang ibig niya sabihin, kulang yung oras, yung sinabi niyang late. Hindi naman tayo late nagsimula ng committee hearing. It was scheduled at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Kulang lang yung oras. Before I give the floor to Senator Cinta Villar, no? Gusto ko lang, baka lang makalimutan nating banggitin yung issue ng accreditation of foreign placement, recruitment, Secretary Bello. I think this is being done by DOLE through Polo. Tama po ba ako? Through our Polo. Ang concern ko lang po, despite of the fact na yung Polo has a process of vetting and monitoring foreign recruitment agency, we still have a high number of reported deaths of migrant workers, including itong horrible death ni Joanna Di Mapiles. I just wanted to ask how we address itong mga foreign recruitment agencies who have violated our laws, labor laws, yung existing penalties na ini-impose natin sa kanila, dito sa mga agencies responsible na nagpe-place sa ating mga OFW sa isang abusive employer.
Before you answer, if I may,
Please.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to clarify na I didn't say we are late, but we scheduled the hearing late.
Itbay talaga nito si Manny. Okay na yun, okay na po yun. Walang problema po doon. Sige po, Secretary Bello. About the foreign recruitment agency, so yung process of
Yes, Your
vetting.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor. It's very clear in our instruction to our officers in the polo, in all the countries where we have polos, that any employer or recruitment agency, foreign recruitment agency, who have a black mark, meaning violated yung mga contract, are immediately put under the blacklist. Napa-blacklist agad sila, Your Honor. Kaya dapat pag ano na nun, automatic na yan. Blacklist
And
na.
if they tend to come up again, mag-put up ulit ng another, meron ba tayong sistema, mechanism na mache-check ko natin yun? For example, namomonitor ho ba natin hindi lang yung pangalan ng foreign recruitment agencies who have violated our laws, including the names, for instance, of its owners of these foreign agencies. Kasi kanina hindi ito sa local, hirap na hirap tayong hanapin pa rin eh. So ito ho ba, kasama po ba ito sa ginagawa natin?
Sa ngayon, Your Honors, slowly we are monitoring the activities of these foreign recruitment agencies. In fact, Your Honor, sa kabaguhan ko dyan, nalaman ko na rin na marami sa mga local, yung mga ating recruitment agencies in the Philippines are owned by the foreign recruitment.
So front lang ho at dami sila.
Oo, front lang yan. If you go to Ermita, Your Honor, makita mo. Ang daming mga Arabo dyan nakaupo sa executive chair.
I hope we do something about it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyway, I'll give the floor to Senator Villar. Ma'am.
So we are having this hearing to parang magde-develop tayo ng policy based on what we have experienced, di ba? So we after these hearings, I hope we can make the necessary changes sa policies natin para sa ating deployment of OFWs. So ang first question is, meron daw kayong policy na lahat ng magtatrabaho sa Kuwait has to pass through a Kuwaiti local recruiter. May policy. I talked before I came here, I had a dinner and there was this Norwegian woman who has lived in Kuwait for 39 years. Medyo ito daw ay ginawang policy ng ating DOLE na pag gusto mo mag-deploy sa Kuwait, you have to pass through a local Kuwaiti recruitment agency. Sa lahat ng i-deploy sa Kuwait.
Thank you very much, Your Honor, for that information.
Hindi,
Pero-
di ba sabi nyo na dapat may local recruiter there in Sabi nila ganun kasi daw
Hindi po
sila nag-hire sila. Hindi sila pwede na direct hire from the Philippines. You have to have a local recruiter na dadaan sila sa isang Kuwaiti local recruiter para maka-employ sila sa Kuwait.
Siguro can you Secretary Bello, yung process and kung ganun nga po ba,
The
just to
expert in that, Your Honor, is our POEA. Siya
Tama po.
Yan, oo.
Sige, let's
Pero wala akong alam na gano'n, Your Honor. Wala pong
Is
gano'n.
a Norwegian woman living in Kuwait for 39 years. Kasi sinabi ko na, syempre nagdi-dinner kami, sinabi ko sa kanya na galit kami sa Kuwait kasi ano ba yung ginawa dun sa ating kababayan doon. And she was saying na nag-rule daw ang ating embassy kasi na hindi ka pwede mag-employ unless dadaan ka sa isang local recruiter para ma-deploy sa Kuwait.
Sige po, let's listen to Admin Olalia of POEA.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Meron pong 4 na proseso ng pagde-deploy ng mga kababayan po nating OFWs abroad. Unang-una po dito yung agency hired worker kung tawagin natin. Ito po yung
We're talking of Kuwait, ha? I'm not talking of other
Yes
places.
po.
I'm talking of Kuwait.
Yes po, yes po. Yung agency hired po, ito po yung may local recruitment agency po tayo dito, which is duly licensed and accredited by the POEA. In good standing po dapat sila bago po sila mag-deploy. Pag meron po silang na-commit na violation, immediately we either suspend or cancel their licenses. No? May counterpart po silang tinatawag, yung Foreign Recruitment Agency. Yes, ma'am.
Kailangan yun.
Kasi po, meron, yes, ma'am. Kasi po may tinatawag tayong joint and several liability.
Sabi nila, dati daw hindi requirement yan, yung embassy daw natin ang nag-require niyan. In fact, yun ang hindi daw dating requirement yan that you have to have a counterpart local recruiter in order to be able to deploy sa Kuwait.
Yes, ma'am. Additional level of protection po kasi, ma'am, ang presence ng foreign recruitment agency. Wala po kasi tayong additional level.
Ison doon, additional protection.
Yes, ma'am.
Bakit lalong naging unprotected? Kung additional protection yon. Parang ini-insinuate nitong mga taga-Kuwait. Inilagay nyo to para may business doon, additional business doon sa local. And alam daw to ng embassy, ng labor doon. Parang yung araw na in 2014, nagkaroon din tayo ng malaking investigation with regards naman sa Saudi Arabia. Ay yung mga nasa polo sa Saudi Arabia. And then, lumabas doon na ang nagpapahirap doon sa mga nasa polo, yun ding mga labat natin doon. Di ba? Pinauwi yung labat doon. Kasi siya at yung driver niya yata ang umaapi doon sa mga nadadala sa polo. Ito, parang sinasabi nung Norwegian woman, ito nagpapahirap kasi lalong nagkakaluko-luko yung deployment kasi itong requirement na to that you have to pass through a local recruitment agency at dun sila nagluluko, pinapahirapan yung ating. She was saying ang napapahirapan yung domestic helper. Kasi syempre yung mga domestic helper mas least educated yan kaysa dun sa mga ating ibang OFW. So sila yung napapahirapan doon. Parang ganun ang ini-insinuate niya. In fact, she was saying to me na iban na lang yung domestic helper. Hindi kailangan iban yung other skilled worker, but yung domestic helper, yun daw ang napapahirapan ng husto sa Kuwait. So I was thinking, kaya ko tinatanong, bakit ni-require yun na merong local recruiter counterpart? Dati daw wala naman yon. So, ano reason doon? And you were saying na for better protection. Pero parang ini-insinuate nila na nagiging business, hindi protection. So, I'm just asking the DOLE to review that policy if it is really promoting better protection for our domestic helper, but it's not really providing that, but it's just additional business for our people there in the embassy in Kuwait. Okay.
So let's clarify that, please. Is that something new na matagal nang may ganyan? Just to, yung questions ni Secretary,
Your
and
Honor,
ni Senator Villar.
yung presence po ng foreign recruitment agency po, matagal na po nating rule sa BOA.
Kailan daw yun? Sabi niya, hindi daw dati requirement yun, ni-require nyo lang. Kailan nyo ni-require yun?
Magmula po nung naupo po kami doon, doon na po yung
Kailan ka
rules.
ba naupo doon?
Naging OIC po ako doon, Your Honor, June po ng 2016.
But that's June 2016. Bago lang yun, di ba? Kasi yun sinasabi ng Norwegian women living in Kuwait for 39 years. Natingin niya, doon pa nagkakaproblema yung i-require yun. Kasi parang nagiging additional business pa yun for people. Anyway, I just want the Secretary of Labor to look into that policy, if that policy is really helping our domestic helper. And another one is that yung question na hinanap ng pamilya, hindi nahanap. Kasi based on the story, parang hindi naman siya nagpalit ng employer. Kasi there is a story here that she worked for Nader Essam Asaf, a Lebanese national, and his Syrian wife, Mona Hasun. And then, nag-renew siya, that was in 2014. Nag-renew siya ng contract in 2016. And then, hinanap na siya in September of 2016 ng kanyang family. Noong November 2016, hinahanap siya noong September 2016. Noong November 2016, nag-report yung kanyang Lebanese employer na si Mr. Essam Asaf, filed an absentee report on Ms. Demafelis. So, hindi siya nawawala. Same employer. Sabi nyo, sabi ng OWA, hindi siya mahanap. But she's still with the same employer based on this story. O, nung November 2016, nag-report yung employer na nawawala siya. Eh, hinahanap na siya noong September 2016. Eh, ba't hindi nalaman ng pamilya niya na naandito siya dito still with Esam Hasaf and nawawala siya, ni-report siyang nawawala noong November 2016. So, hindi siya, nag-renew lang siya ng contract, pero hindi siya nagpalit ng employer. Pareho pangalan eh. Tama ba to?
Can someone confirm that story? Hindi niyo ba?
Your Honor, we have a different story, pero almost similar, Your Honor.
Kasi
Na-
pinabasa ko lang kasi 2016, 2014, ito yung kanyang employer, Nader Isam Asaf. Tapos sabi nyo, nirenew yung contract ng 2016 after 2 years. Ang nag-report siyang nawawala, November 2016, after 2 years, is Mr. Isam Asaf. Di pareho din, di ba? She's still with the same employer, but hindi siya mahanap.
Your Honor, our information is to the effect that yung the guy you're mentioning as her employer is the second employer, Your Honor.
Pareho pangalan.
Yung Lebanese.
Yung first employer niya is Mr. Nadar Esam Asaf, a Lebanese national and his Syrian wife. Eh dito, yung nag-report is her Lebanese employer filed an absentee report in November 2016, which is yung time na hinahanap na siya ng pamilya niya. Eh, do you think yung Esam Asaf dito, iba pa dito sa Nader Esam Asaf? Parang pareho. Diba?
Your information may be more accurate, Your Honor, because what we obtain, the information we obtain is that...
Saan ba ito kukunin? Eh, pinick up lang to somewhere
Opo.
ng
Kaya nga,
office
Your
na.
Honor, could be mas accurate yung information nyo. Kasi yung aming
Kasi
information...
naglagay kayo ng policy na you have to pass through a local recruiter, di ba? O hindi pa siya nagpapalit ng employer, ba't hindi siya mahanap to sa local recruiter samantalang sinasabi nyo lang na nawala yung Filipino recruiter pero merong local recruiter sa Kuwait na saan siya nag-file ng absentee report?
As I was saying, Your Honor, your information could be correct. Because our information, I could not rely on our information, Your Honor, because
Saan ba ito?
the information we got are from the people whom I recalled for their inaction. Kaya maaaring mas accurate po yung information that you have, Your Honor. Kasi yung aming information, our information came from our polo, and as I mentioned earlier, these are the people that I recalled for their inaction. Dahil nung nag-report yung kapatid nilang babae na si Jessica, as early as 2000,
diba?
Opo, nag-report na nawawala yung kapatid nila, hindi inaksyonan. And they never inform us about this report. We only came to know about Demophilis when we were informed na nakita nilang naka-frozen na, Your Honor. Kaya maring tama po kayo.
So, ibig sabihin, hinanap, eh bakit may local recruiter ka to protect our domestic helper, hinanap, hindi mahanap, samantalang ang employer, the same pa rin, di ba? Paano hindi nahanap?
On that point, Your Honor, I can agree with you na mukhang hindi tama yung requirement that our agencies here should have a counterpart agency in Kuwait. I don't see any logic doon, Your Honor.
Yun
In
nga,
fact,
yung Norwegian woman, parang ini-imply niya sa akin, sabi niya sa akin, you put a total ban on domestic helper. Kawawa lang sila doon, ni-require nila na may local recruiter, eh ninegosyo nila yung mga babae together with the local recruiter. Yun ang sabi sa akin. Kaya po sinasabi sa inyo, hindi naman siguro siya bias kasi she's Norwegian. And then, natutuwa lang siyang tumira sa Kuwait. She has been living there for 39 years. Sabi niya, parang ang nagpapaloko pa doon ng sistema natin, yung yung requirement na we should have a local recruiter counterpart there. Kasi parang ninenegosyo yung mga babae natin doon with the local recruiter. But anyway, since naging problema natin, maghahanap, hindi nahanap, siguro magagawa natin we should computerize yung records ng ating OFW sa DOLE at sa DFA, di ba? And in that context, magkano ba ho to computerize yung whereabouts ng ating mga OFW? And magkano ba budget ng DOLE? Bakit hindi natin to makomputerize? Kasi para sa amin din, we will be guided accordingly because we can talk about it in the Senate. If there's a need to put up a budget, just so we can, it's easy to look for our OFWs if the families are looking for them. If we can afford it, then we will put it in the budget of DOLE na to require them to computerize. Lahat ng pupunta sa abroad, alam kung nasaan, para pag maghahanap tayo, hindi magiging reason na hindi mahanap, di ba? O kung may record tayo, nasaan sila? Ilan ba ho ang ating OFWs abroad? And ilan ba ang domestic helper doon?
Worldwide, Your Honors, we have about 8 million, Your Honor.
O, ang domestic helper.
Ang domestic helpers natin, limited lang naman dito sa Asia and Middle East countries.
Ilang percent ang domestic helper?
Sa Middle East countries, malaki, Your Honors. Mga, especially like in Kuwait alone, as a way of comparison, 70% yan po.
Now 60, di ba?
Oo,
60%,
70.
kinukompute ko eh.
70.
Oh. Kuwait lang yon. Pero sa others, kasi there is a, what do you call this, a study na yung at 80% ng problem natin ay puro problem ng domestic helper. And yet they comprise 20% of the business. Tama ba yon? If you look at it worldwide, 80% ng problema, yung problema ng domestic helper, kasi sila yung kinukulong doon sa bahay, hindi na natin alam kung ano nangyayari sa kanila doon. Alam nyo naman sa ibang culture, yung katulong, sex slaves, at saka, kasi ang kwento po, re-rape nung lalaki, magsiselos yung babae, bubuntalin naman ng babae. O, kaya doble, na-rape na, nabuntal pa. Bakit ba natin padadala pa dun yung ating mga kababaihan? Ito naman mga kababaihan na to, many of them, they're not coming from Metro Manila. They're coming from the provinces. Doon na sila nagre-recruit sa Mindanao. Minsan mga batang-bata, akala nila, pag pumunta sila sa abroad, tourist sila, masarap ang buhay doon. Hindi nila alam, ikukulong sila doon. Tapos re-rapin sila at bubuntalin sila. Hindi nila alam yun eh. Ang mga bata kasi hindi nila alam yung tunay na buhay sa ibang lugar, di ba? Akala nila masarap na buhay yung pupunta nila. And they are paid how much? Magkano ba ho ang sweldo ng domestic helper? Alam ko documented is $400, but ang tunay na bayad magkano?
Opo, tama po yun na alam nyo, Your Honor.
Hindi, yun ang nakadocument, pero hindi yun ang binabayad. Sabi nila 200 lang daw. Tama ba yun? Oh, yun ang reality. Oh, kung $200 lang computein na natin kung ilan yan, yung mga walang hiyang mga country sa domestic helper. Iba
Your Honor,
na natin.
di po totoo yan, Your Honor. The salary that they get is $400, Your Honor.
Yeah, that is the legal. But if you ask them, how much are you paid? 200. Minsan nga 150 pa eh. Diba? Totoo ba yun? Tinatanong ko nag-i-interview ako kung ganun lang kaliit, di padala na lang natin yung ating mga professional at ang ating mga skilled worker. Iba na natin yung domestic helper at gumawa na lang tayo ng programa dito for them to be employed here. As I was saying, meron akong TESDA school ng pag-welding. Ang aking valedictorian is a woman. Ang dami-daming kailangan welder sa Pilipinas. Malaki pa sweldo. Tapos yung mga hotel, pwede sila doon. Di ba? Maglilinis, maggagawa ng beds, magluluto, kayang-kaya nila yun. Di gumawa na lang tayo ng programa at piliin natin yung country na malilupit sa mga domestic helper. I-total ban na natin yun. Di ba? Pagtiisan na natin. Alam nyo, nung mauso yung domestic helper, mahirap pa Pilipinas. That was years ago. Mayaman na tayo ngayon. We are going going to be a middle class country. Upper middle class country by 2022. Yan ang kaya sila build para maging upper middle class country tayo by 2022. So, hindi na yung kondisyon natin noon ang kondisyon natin ngayon. Ihanap na lang natin dito ng hanap buhay ang mga babaeng yan. Huwag natin padala sa Kuwait. Kawawa naman sila doon at saka doon sa malulupit na bansa, di ba? Pwede dito sa Asia, mas mabait sila dito. But Kuwait, Middle East, medyo mabigat siya. Kasi lahat po ng pinauuwi namin mga babae, puro nabubuntal to sa loob ng bahay, sa kanilang mga employer. Wag na natin gawin yon, di ba? So, in this aspect, gusto ko po na we will work na makomputerize yung whereabouts ng ating OFW. Pwede nyo pa kayong magpa-code kung magkano i-computerize para malaman natin kung nasaan sila pag hinahanap sila. And then if we can afford it, the Senate will provide for the budget to have them computerized kung saan sila. And then at the same time, iba natin yung domestic helper sa mga countries na malulupit sa ating domestic helper. So, thank you very much. Yun lang po.
Thank you,
para-
Senator
Thank you,
Villar.
ma'am. Thank
We
you very much.
cannot agree more. Pasensya na, no? Kasi talagang press for time tayo. Until now, hindi pa ako nakakapagsalita. Sila Miss Villa, sila Sir Hernando, Miss Nuki, sila Miss Toots Oble, etc. Si Secretary Leico, tsaka si DDG Rose Urdaneta. But I'll give the floor now to one of the authors ng resolution nito, Senator Grace Poe.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Nais ko lang klaruhin, tama ba yung datos na sa 2 taon lamang lagpas 100 ang namatay sa Kuwait? Tama ba yon?
Tama po, ma'am.
So, talagang may pinanggagalingan, may dahilan kung bakit magagalit talaga ang Pangulo bilang tagapamuno ng ating bansa. Mukha talaga tayong inaapi dyan. Nakalain mo, 2 taon, 180 plus ang namatay. Malaki pong kawalan yan. Ngayon, nais kong malaman kasi meron tayong Migrant Workers Act of 95, RA 8042. Ang ibig sabihin po niyan ay dapat nagre-report sa Kongreso 2 beses 1 taon sa status ng mga distressed OFWs sa ibang bansa. Obviously, sa ibang bansa. Nais nating malaman, dahil wala na tayong oras, isabit nga ninyo yung compliance ninyo, nabigay ba ninyo sa Kongreso sapagkat maaari din namin kayong matulungan dito. I'll just go through the list so that the others will have a chance. So that's one. Secretary
Ma'am,
Bello, are you aware of
To
this?
answer that, ma'am, October 2017, we submitted our report to Congress.
Okay, and that time was Ms. De Mafelis' name there. Are you aware of it?
I presume, ma'am, that included yung pangalan niya dahil she was validly deployed, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. So that's important to note, and I think me and my colleagues now who are more aware of this should really look into that and then follow up also with the DFA. Yung isa pang tanong dito, paki-enumerate nga ang talagang benepisyo. Kunyari ako, nandun ako, uwi ako dito, dahil for sure may mga nanonood sa Facebook. Kasama na ako sa mga pauwi ng gobyerno. Anong makukuha ko pagdating ko dito? Sino ang sasalubong sa akin? Saan ako dapat pumunta para makuha ko ang paunang tulong na yan? Sir.
Your Honor, although I could give you the answer, mas maganda siguro kung pakinggan natin si Administrator Kagda, who is in charge, who is the Administrator of OWA, and he knows all the benefits and how
Sure.
these benefits are extended, Your Honor.
Very quickly, sir. Just I have a few more questions. Very
Yes po.
quickly.
Very quickly, ma'am. They are granted airport assistance once they arrived, which basically means yung assistance po sa kanilang temporary shelter if they need a place to stay
Meron yun.
en route to going home.
Okay,
Free,
tanggapan.
free transport going
Okay.
home, whether land, sea, or air. Meron pong livelihood benefit. Sa mga returning distressed workers, yung Balik Pilipinas, Balik Hanap Buhay benefit, it used to be a 10,000 peso non-cash benefit. But last May, the OWA board turned it into a 20,000 peso cash benefit. So double the amount. And then po, pwede rin po silang offeran ng skills training kung gusto nilang mag-upgrade ng skills. May skills skills for employment scholarship program po. There's a special cash assistance that's given to amnesty grantees. So nung nagkaroon po tayo ng amnesty sa Saudi last year, including the amnesty in Kuwait this year, meron pong 5,000 pesos to the amnesty grantees.
Okay,
upon arrival.
so just to be clear, sa ating mga kababayan na OFW, pag umuwi kayo dito, dapat may sasalubong sa inyo. E paano kung nahiwalay ang flight? Saan sila pwedeng pumunta na desk sa airport? Or anong tanggapan?
Po tayong OWA counters, ma'am, sa lahat ng airports.
Okay.
At pwede po lumapit doon.
Maraming salamat sa pag-enumerate. Malaking tulong yan. Pero wag natin kalilimutan na in 2016, out of the 50 million na dapat mapunta for the resolution of OFW cases for their eventual repatriation, out of 50 million, only 1.3 million was used. So siguro we should be able to utilize all the funds available. If we need to realign it later on, legally of course, under the law we should be able to do that. Another thing, alam mo, yung kefala system na sinasabi, so nakatago yung passport. But does that prevent the embassy or a representative of the embassy to do spot checks on the employers? Kunyari ako'y kawani ng embassy, pwede ba akong pumunta doon at sabihin, kamusta na yung katulong namin dyan? Or how is our Filipino citizen there? Are they obliged to answer and to physically show the individual, sir?
Your Honor, apparently that is done on a regular basis.
No, but so that's allowed by their kefala system,
Yes.
correct? So this is a way around it, just to
Yes.
check on the physical status of that. Kasi yan ang pwede nating reverse stock-hang sa kanila. Sila yung pupuntahan natin para masiguro buhay ang ating mga kababayan doon at maayos.
And besides, Your Honor, the present system now allows for the embassy to demand the passport.
Okay, we should be able to do that.
Yeah.
I know, but we're also so understaffed. In fact, that was the reason why Sara Concepcion, apparently, your OWA officer said that she couldn't follow up properly kasi talagang ang daming kaso. So we should take our lead from this, and if we need to resolve it from here and send more people. And lastly, I think Senator Villar's really made a point, an important point here. What we can do now is reverse employment. The country may not necessarily be very wealthy, but certainly we have a demand now for more workers. And I think we should go there. We should partner up with the private sector to recruit abroad. Maybe station themselves once a month when there are Filipino gatherings abroad. This is what we need. Kasi kulang talaga tayo. So reverse employment po, tayo naman ang mas may kayang kumuha sa kanila at aalagaan pa sila. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Grace po.
May
If
I-
right now you need a master plumber, master carpenter, for example, you need 100 or 50, even 10, we would hardly
Your Honor,
find.
may I respond to the
Sure, please, Secretary
proposal?
Bello.
Yeah. Your Honor, with respect to the counter repatriation, the group of the former Senator Manny and our group, Your Honor, are going there mid-March in Qatar and in Saudi Arabia to hold a job fair. And we bring there a profile of about 18,000 which needed by the company of former Senator Villar. So we're able to recruit our OFWs, get them back.
I'm sure they need more. Thank you, sir. Just to recognize Senator Mig Subiri, I think he has a very quick question.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Secretary. Good morning. Good afternoon to all my friends in the other secretaries of the department, members of the different agencies. I heard yesterday na isa sa mga kababayan po natin taga Negros, kasi I'm originally from Negros Occidental before we migrated to Bukidnon, by the name of Josie Perez Lloren, had passed away recently on her. She arrived alive in the Philippines, but because of massive, according to them, bruising and internal bleeding, namatay po siya. Pagdating niya dito, hindi nga siya nakaabot buhay sa kanyang tanggapan sa Negros. Patay na po siya. Pagpasok sa ospital, doon siya namatay. Meron po kayong update dito sa nangyari? Galing din po ba siya ng Kuwait, Secretary?
Hindi yata sa Kuwait, Your Honor.
Saan po siya galing, Secretary?
Yeah, I think she came also from Kuwait. But her,
Oh my God.
case is that,
Ano po yung case niya po?
natapos yung contract niya, and without telling the embassy and our polo, she went home. So, our people in polo and the embassy were never aware na umuwi na siya.
Pero ang balita daw ng pamilya dun sa amin na Secretary is due to the fact of abuse and negligence. Nagkaroon na siya ng internal, what I was told is, nagkaroon po siya ng internal bleeding dahil hindi siya pinapakain dun. Parang they starved her to death. What's the report? There's no report on your office that she passed away due to
There was a report. There was a report, Your Honor,
Yes.
that she passed away when she was already in the Philippines.
Pero due to these circumstances?
Opo.
Or natural causes?
Natural causes. Ang sinabi nila, they never learned na she left quiet. Hindi siya nagpalam sa embassy, hindi rin po siya nagpalam sa polo. Kaya they were not aware of the fact na she went home already.
Yung circumstances of her death, Secretary. Okay na po yun. We understand na hindi po kayo sinabihan, Sec. Pero yung circumstance ng Kuwait siya galing. Galing sa Kuwait. I guess, ang importante kasi sa akin, Mr. Secretary, is to find out the circumstances of her death. Kasi may foul play daw. Do you already have information that foul play may have occurred on her death? Because the family insists na may foul play na nangyari.
For the information of the Honorable Senator and the committee, may I read the report, Your Honor? It says that Polo record shows that the OFW did not seek assistance, nor was she Polo means the Philippine Overseas Labor Office. Or she was among the OFWs confined in any of the hospitals. So there was no report that she was confined in any hospital in Kuwait prior to her departure to Manila. So, nalaman na lang nila when they heard about her death na nandito na siya sa Manila.
Is it possible, Secretary, I know nangyari po ito kahapon, posible bang imbestigahin ninyo to?
Dapat po.
Dapat siguro sa susunod na hearing, meron na po tayong findings. Kasi kung totoo na dahil sa physical abuse, hindi daw siya pinakain, massive internal hemorrhaging and bleeding, nandito na naman tayo sa punto na galing na naman Kuwait ang ating kababayan na inabuso na naman. And I cannot confirm this until it is confirmed by a medical legal. But if that is the case, Secretary, we should fully support the President's ban, maybe not only in Kuwait, but in other countries where they abuse our women, our workers. Hindi tama po yun. Ang trato nila ay parang slaves. It is really uncivilized and unbelievable yung pinagdadaanan ng ating mga kababaihan dyan. And I'm happy that Ma'am Toots Ople and many of our women leaders here are pushing for the investigations and to go to the bottom of this. But definitely, maganda din yung punto na sinabi ni Tita Cynthia, sasabihin ko sana, Mama Bear po namin yan dito sa Senado, na baka naman, we can leave it up to and that's my last statement, sir. Baka pa naman pwede naman limit na lang natin sa skilled workers yung pinapadala natin sa mga lugar na yan, yung mga professionals, kaysa ating mga domestic helpers. Napakakawawa naman ang ating mga domestic helpers sa mga lugar na ito. And I'm thankful that the President's taking the lead. I heard that he BS daw the ambassador and a Kuwaiti minister. Tama lang yun. And that is what we expect from a leader. And that's why I'm happy the President did that. And pag pumunta siya doon, I hope that he will BS them again and come up with a long-lasting, kasunduan or an agreement para hindi na po ito mangyari sa ating mga kababaihan. There's a trend. Nakalagay dito almost 2 deaths. A death every 2 days. Every 2 days, may isang babaeng namamatay, kababaihan na kababayan natin sa Kuwait. Unbelievable. Iba natin ito ma-charge sa International Criminal Court. Tayo naman ang mag-charge this time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
Mr. Chair, along those lines, nandito na po tayo ngayon. Sinasabi natin may mga papel na nire-report. Pero dito po sa likod ko, sinabi sa akin ng migrante, yung asawa niya nawawala na ng 3 taon. Pero sa Jeddah naman ito.
Nandito po
Ma'am
si
Santo,
Miss Edeline Eborda Astudillo.
ang matagal na
I was
nawawala 3
given
taon
ano.
po. So,
I hope
tignan po
matulungan po
talagang
natin sila.
Ito po ay isang imahe ng tunay na nagiging biktima na dapat natin asikasuhan. Salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Salamat, thank you, Senator Grace. I hope we can extend help to the husband of Edeline Astudillo. Nandito po siya. I know we don't have much time, but I really wanted to hear from Migrants Watch, Migrante, kay Miss Toots Oble. Siguro yung very short lang. Prevailing, frequent issues you have encountered, and based on your assessment, siguro kasama si Ma'am Villa, yung system of licensing and accreditation ng local and foreign recruitment agencies. How can we improve it? Siguro, sige po, Ma'am Nuki.
Your Honor, pwede mag-ano muna?
Yes,
Step out.
please. Yes.
Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. Napakagaganda po ng inyong mga opening statements kanina. And we fully agree. Huwag ka, sir, para marinig mo. Hindi po. Tapos nabanggit kanina ni Senator Drilon yung RA 122. Binasa po doon. Actually, yung RA 10022, amendment po yun nung RA 8042, yung Migrants Workers Act. At yun po ay naipasa nung kaso naman ni floor contemplation sa Singapore. No? At yun po ay kasabay nun, niratify din natin yung UN Convention on the Rights of Migrants and Members of their Families. So para po yun yung compliance natin dun sa UN Convention. Ngayon po, total, nire-review natin to. Baka po pwede nating balikan dun sa 8042, yung Declaration of Policies, letter C. While recognizing the significant contribution of Filipino migrant workers to the national economy through their foreign exchange remittances, the state does not promote overseas employment as a means to sustain economic growth and achieve national development. The existence of the Overseas Employment Program rests solely on the assurance that the dignity and fundamental human rights and freedoms of the Filipino citizens shall not at any time be compromised or violated. The state, therefore, shall continuously create local employment opportunities and promote the equitable distribution of wealth and the benefits of development. So malinaw po dito yung policy natin. Kaya ano na po ang nangyayari dito? Ano nang steps ang ginagawa ng ating gobyerno? Kasi laging dati po, last year, may hearing yung napugutan naman ng ulo. Di ba? May ganitong hearing din. Tapos, pag tinignan po natin ang datos, noong 1995, na kung saan pinirmahan itong batas, ang ating total deployment ay 653,574. Ngayon po, as of 2016, as per the PSA, 2,240,000. No? So, ilang percentage po ang nadagdag? Ngayon, dito sa 2240, 6,137 per day pag dinivide mo into 365. Samantalang dati, 1,791. So kung di natin pinopromote ang migration, bakit dumadami po yung bilang? In spite of the many abuses, deaths, konti pa nga lang po ito. Sa ibang countries, marami din. Ang pinaka-importante po rin po ay yung social cost ng migration, yung separation ng nanay sa mga anak niya, yung tatay sa mga anak niya. So siguro po, tingnan natin din yun dito sa ating pagre-review. And besides po, yung mga nanay natin, minsan, kapapanganak pa lang po, makakasabay mo sa flight, pupunta na sila doon para magtrabaho. Only to be, di ba, maltreated.
Thank you.
And all. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am. Thank you very much. Please, lang po natin dahil magse-session ako. Miss Toots Oble.
Yes, opo. Yung storya po ng Kuwait at yung domestic workers natin, makikita nyo sa numbers. Kasi numbers don't lie. So, for example po, maltreatment in 2014, 1,273. In 2017, 1,549. sexual abuse and sexual harassment from 157 in 2014 to 143 in 2017. Rapes, 34 cases reported in 2014, 65 in 2017. Ang tanong po dyan, ilan yung kinasuhan? And ilan yung pinauwi after settlements, financial settlements with the employers through the help of the foreign recruitment agencies. Kasi kung titingnan nyo po yung mga numero, I think mas marami yung napauwi kaysa dun sa mga employers na talagang hinabol natin. Second po, yung pong negosyo, you also have to understand the economic roots ng problema. One of the most lucrative markets, at nandito yung mga recruitment agencies natin deploying to Kuwait, one of the most lucrative markets for domestic workers is really Kuwait. Kasi matataas ang service fee dyan. Kaya yung mga foreign recruitment agencies, talagang pag binalik sa kanila yung domestic worker, ihahanap lang nila yan kaagad ng lilipatan. Kasi may mga fees yan being collected from Kuwaiti employers. So kahit mahina na yung katawan, may sakit na, yung iba may mental and emotional burdens, demons that they have to live with. Dahil negosyo yan, ililipat lang yan ng dilipat. So, lastly, pag sinara yung ahensya, ano mangyayari sa mga workers na nakakontrata sa ahensya na iyon? In the case of Joanna Demafelis, sinara yung recruitment agency niya dito. So, meron bang transfer of records at meron ba sino sasalo dun sa mga under contract sa agency na yun, in this case, Mount Carmel? Today, DOLE again announced cancellation of licenses involving 11 recruitment agencies. Per agency, ilan yung domestic workers na nakakalat sa buong mundo? Sino mag-aalaga? Sino mag-a-account sa kanila? Baka may mga missing din. So marami pa po. And last na lang po, if you scratch any incident of abuse involving OFWs in Kuwait, hindi po legal recruiter. Licensed recruitment agency po ang kausap ng worker. They went through the proper process, which means there is really something wrong. And in the same way na in 1995, nung ni-execute si floor contemplation, nagkaroon ng Migrant Workers Act. Sana po dito, dahil sa pagkamatay ni Joanna, tingnan natin yung amendments, hindi lang sa Migrant Workers Act, kundi pati sa POEA rules at saka sa DFA certification and recommendation process. Yun lang po.
Thank you. No? Kanina binanggit nyo yung economic impact, kaya kasama ho natin ang NEDA rito, but because of lack of time, we'll give one minute each please to Mr. Hernando. And,
magandang hapon po. Kami po sa Migrante International may dalawa pong mayor na punto na gusto po nating ikonsidera ng komite sa inyo pong pagdinig. Una po, yung mga kamag-anak po namin, mga OFW sa ibayong dagat po ay matagal na pong nagtiis, marami po nasirang buhay. Ang kailangan po natin na may resulta nitong komite ay magkaroon ng proteksyon sa aming mga kababayan. Kailangan po nating i-assess, i-review yung mga programa at palisiyan ng ating gobyerno. Kailangan po tignan natin yung ano na ba yung kung sa Kuwait po meron na pong mga bilateral agreements na pinirmahan previously. May nakuha po kami na 1997 at 2012 na bilateral agreements. At nung 2012 pa nga po, meron pang nabuo na Philippine-Kuwait Joint Monitoring Group para tiyakin na yung karapatan ng ating mga migrante ay napoprotektahan. Ngayon po maganda, matignan natin, assess natin, ano po ba nangyari dito sa bilateral agreement na to. At kasabay po nun, maganda pong malaman, i-reveal po ng ating Department of Labor and Employment yung bilateral agreement na gusto nilang isumite sa Kuwaiti government. At ito po ba ay yung solusyon na sa ating mga problema ng mga domestic helpers natin. Gusto po namin bilang mga OFWs at pamilya na maging bahagi po nito at yung mga hinaing at mga pangangailangan po namin ay lamanin po nito mga bilateral agreements. Dahil po kung wala po ito, baliwala po kahit po yung total ban na idineklara ni Pangulong Duterte. Pangalawang punto po.
Thank you, sir. Sorry kasi we're having a session now, no? We cannot conduct hearing pag may session. Pasensya na ho kayo.
Okay po.
But just to give credence also to what you're saying, there are 4 treaties na hindi sinasign ng Kuwait. Convention 97 on Migration for Employment and Recommendation, Convention 143 Migrant Workers, Convention 181 on Private Employment Agencies, Convention 189 concerning decent work for domestic workers. Pasensya na po, I will call another hearing as soon as possible. Pasensya na po. I'm not even going to read my closing remarks, but again, thank you and I appreciate your presence here. Sa NEDA, I apologize sa ating DSWD. We wanted to talk about yung social welfare attaché. Sana po sana ma-extend yung supposed to be matatapos na ngayong buwan na ito. June 30.
June 30 po matatapos at meron na rin po kami plano.
Opo, thank you very much po. At salamat po sa inyong lahat. This committee hearing is hereby suspended. Thank you.
Ang balita ay walang pinipiling oras.
Itong mga radical extremists, out!
Nangyayari ito
Wow! Unbelievable!
OMG! This is so viralicious!
In-upload ko na yung songs natin sa YouTube.